Hello there, I'm Garry Foster and welcome back to another episode of What Price Victory. Today, Melbourne Victory have got an away game to Adelaide United, and this game is billed as an original rivalry game. Since the last episode, we've had a couple of games, 3 games in fact, a rather insipid 0-0 draw away to Western United, where we hardly had a shot on goal. For our next game, we were at home to the Newcastle Jets, and Louis Laurie Lattanzio scored, I think, his first goal for the club. But his first team starts have been very few and far between because Gastides has been up front, and we also bought another guy in Cox as an emergency replacement. But Laurie Lattanzio, he took his chance well. Deft little header in, beat the keeper, and that would have been, I think, his first goal for the club, although he may have had a couple of substitute appearances last year. The next game was away to MacArthur FC, and this actually the lineup that we sent out was looking a little bit more like our normal lineup. Gastide was back from African Nations Cup duty for Benin, and Jacob Italiano, he and 5 other colleagues have recently come back from Asian Cup under-23 duty, where the Australian under-23s beat Syria under-23s in a 0-0 after 90 minutes in extra time, but a penalty shootout got the victory for Australia. So that was MacArthur with a well-taken goal early on, but little bit of interplay between Rojas and Gastides. Rojas finds a bit of space and beats the keeper on the near post. That goal came shortly after half-time. And here we have a similar sort of build-up, which all comes through the middle. Teague with the good ball through to Gastides, who's hopefully got his goal-scoring boots on from last year. And once again, Teague involved in the build-up with Broxham. Lobs over the top to Rojas, who cracks it in on the near post. So 3 well-taken goals, but it was a very patchy performance by Victory, and I think that scoreline flattered us. But here we are today against our original rivals, Adelaide United. So let's go and see what we can do. Okay, so here's the team to take on Adelaide United. Acton in goal, Nishikawa, Sporanovic, Ansell and Shotton in defence. Teague, our deep-lying playmaker. Brimmer and Barnett in front of him in midfield, Rojas and Italiano out wide, and Gastide at the pointy end. I'm just going to make a just slight change to our subs because I'm going to bring in Haraj, who has been our other designated player, but he's actually been pushed back into a more defensive role now with Ryan Teague being bought in the close season. So Haraj, who came in on a designated contract, not sure what his long-term future is with Melbourne Victory, because he just hasn't set the world on fire. I would like you to pick up where you left off last time, that is by scoring 3 more goals. I'd like a little bit better performance from you. So Adelaide kick off. So Shotton with the ball, but nothing in particular comes of that particular sequence. So both teams just feeling each other out at the moment. Maybe a little bit of encouragement after 10 minutes. And fired up by the feedback. Well done, guys. Normally I'd get a negative reaction. Those Shotton. With Rojaz. Deflection back to Shotton. Barnett and Teague supporting. Curious to see how many passes Teague makes in a game. He's always involved. Okay, so Nishikawa on the overlap. Low cross into Italiano. Back in Gastide. Oh, I think he would have buried that this time last year. Right, so that was a shot across the bows at least. So they're all composed and calm. Be a lot more composed and calm if they were taking their chances. It's surprisingly dominating possession. And defensively we must be set up pretty well because Adelaide are yet to have a shot in anger with half-hour mark coming up. Okay, Gastide intercepts the ball. Rojaz in the middle. He's come in. Oh, Gastide. I thought Rojaz might have been better off having a shot there, but he had his back to goal. So, anyway. 0-0. Rojaz and Italiano. Fitness starting to fall a little bit, as is Italiano's player rating, which is a little disappointing because he's a young player that we've got a lot of expectations for. Got Lawton in the wings, so there may be something there. Okay, so Adelaide with a bit of possession in the centre third. Bit of movement off the ball from the Adelaide strikers. A through ball in. Good save by Acton. Okay, so Francois for Adelaide. Mike's their danger player. Okay, so nothing becomes of that particular highlight. Coming up to half time, so okay, so apart from that shot that Adelaide have had, it's interesting there because considering we've had 6 shots, our XG is not much better than what Adelaide's is with only 1 shot. So it just shows you how inept our attempts on goal were. No, I don't like Stevie's recommendation there. Have we been the better team? Not by much. I'll just say I'm not happy. And Jacob seems demotivated. Well, Jacob, you're probably one of the first players that's going to be reefed. Unless you can score a hat-trick in 10 minutes. Right, can you deliver a quality ball in? Back to Nishikawa. No, just going to lose possession. Okay, I think that's probably almost consigned Italiano to an early shower, or an early seat on the bench at least anyway. Teague, yep. Stats are going down, so yep. Okay, so Barnett's picked up the booking. Rojaz, Italiano on the left. My options here are Louis Laurie Latanzio, who scored that goal for us, or I could swap Rojaz around and bring on Lawton. I think if I think I'll swap Rojaz with Italiano, and Lawton I think gives me a little bit more confidence rather than Laurie Latanzio. Lawton's coming back from injury, so I think we'll go with that. Get out there and make a difference. We'll look at the fitness levels of Rojas as well, because I think he's one of these players that has to be nursed through the rest of this game, because he's playing okay, but yeah, fitness level will be a problem. The expectation, he's got to do a lot of running. Shotton can't link up with Lawton and sends it back. A deliberate build up here. Well, it's not really a build up, it's just keeping the ball, isn't it? Getting slowly forced back. Right, now there's a bit of width. There we go. Now Rojas on the ball, he's come back deep for it. Another searching pass to Lawton. Can he drive into the box? Now he gives it to Gustede. Pulls out a brilliant save from the Adelaide keeper. Right, just looking at Rojas again. His fitness levels are okay. Sporanovic coming up. Who's he going to link up with? Where's Nishikawa? No, Teague's come back. Okay, so endeth the highlight. Okay, so time clicking away. Let's see if we can... Squeezing a couple more minutes out. No, Rojas has started to bottom out. Lawton's on the right, as we know. So it looks like Laurie Lattanzio will be coming on the left. Yeah, go there and make a difference. And I've got Hiraj or Broxham at a push play, another rookie error. Yep, remember to push play. Probably be looking at Hiraj or Broxham to come on for any of our midfield players. Brimmer. Seems to be being escorted down the sideline and no challenge going in. Ishikawa and Teague. Not really much space for our white shirts, so we need a killer pass. Going to be switched to the right. No, Lawton's come back for it. Shotton, okay, there we go. Lawton in a bit of space. Low hard cross. Oh, Laurie Lattanzio coming up, ghosting in. Unlucky. Right. I just... Ooh, Teague's now crashing out. I was going to bring Barnett off. Okay. Bring Barnett on for... Off for Hiraj. Yeah, last season in the A-League, you may recall that we were able to make 5 substitutions on no more than 3 occasions, but this particular season we're back to the regulation 3 subs, and there we go, we've conceded a late goal. Right. Time to tell the team to fire up, and let's get very attacking. Yep, we know what happens. That's our strong point, defending at corners, so it gets a bit frustrating when we concede. Looks like these players, a couple of them are going to be running on empty. Okay, Adelaide with the ball deep into stoppage time. Oh, good save by Acton. Okay. Last chance. Good grief. Who was that for? I think Lawton had gone in field and Shotton had the ball into the channel, but there we have it. Okay, well, at the end of the day, I can't be happy with that particular performance. Right. Okay, so just confirmation of that 1-0 loss to Adelaide United keeps us in second spot, although Perth Glory do have a game in hand on us, and we in turn have a game in hand over the Mariners, Sydney FC and the Jets, and in turn Wanderers have games in hand and they're still on top of the table. Okay, so it looks like a disappointing result. We'll be back into the training arena with a little bit more intensity for this week. I'll wrap that this particular session up today. It'll just be a 1-game save. Next week I'll probably come back for 2 games and we'll just have a quick look at that schedule. Okay, so probably play Mariners and Perth Glory offline, and I'm interested to come back against Wanderers, who are the form team at the moment. So we'll have that game and the follow-up game against Brisbane Roar. So 2 games offline, and we'll be back for Wanderers and Roar. So that will bring an end to this particular video. I'm Garry Foster. Thank you very much for watching What Price Victory.